Welcome to Our Ventura. I'm your host, Sandra Siepak, and today our very special guest is Mayor Cheryl Heitmann. Good day, Cheryl Heitmann. I'm glad you're joining us on the show today. Thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure.
We have so much to talk about. There's so many issues that we'd like to cover for our residents here in Ventura. One of them is, of course, a big one, the drought situation. And as you know, water regulators are now approving to do even more drastic cutbacks for folks here. So I just want to get an idea from you, or some of the many ways residents can start to make those changes.
Well, we have to ask our residents to cut back. Obviously, the governor has asked the state to cut back 25%. That's different for every city, however. So we are going to be on a 16% cutback from the state, but we've already asked our residents to cut back 20%. So we're already going to be ahead of that. Unfortunately, we're only at 7% at this point, but I know we're going to get there. The parks are at 20%, so we've met our goal and we continue to do that. But, you know, most of our water usage is frankly outside. So 60% of the water you use in your home is probably going outside. And that's where we can really help folks to reduce their water usage. If you only water, which we've asked you to do twice a week, and between the hours of 6 p.m. and 9 a.m., it's automatically going to cut your usage up to 60%, and just do 10 minutes. And really, that is enough. People overwater like crazy in Southern California. We're asking people to obviously replace their turf if they want to do that. That's a great thing to do. Plant a drought-resistant garden, which can be beautiful. We have classes on how to do that.
Really?
We're going to be offering incentives starting in June. If you want to replace your turf, we will offer you an incentive to do that, to help you do that.
That's a big thing for people. I think people need to know more about that. Is there a website that they can go to for that?
You can go to the city website, and on that there's a water section, and they'll take you right to it. But it really basically what it is it's $2 per square foot up to $800. You do have to match it. That's for an average size lawn. If you have a large piece of property, it's up to $1,600 matched. So it's an opportunity for residents to do something with their lawns to make them more water resistant, really.
Right, because it is a big thing right now. I mean, it's certainly statewide, but of course here in Ventura, people have to be a little bit more aware that everybody's got to make those cutbacks.
Everybody does. We have our own water supplies, as you may know. We are not dependent on state water. So we have to really conserve what we have here. And we know that Lake Casitas, which is one of our major suppliers for the west side, is below 50% now. So it may be that they will actually impose a little more restrictions. And so we may be having to cut back even more, but at this point we're at 20%, asking our residents to do that, and offering a water survey. We will come to your house and for free and do a complete survey of all the ways you could personally save water at your home and outside. So we do offer some also like low water shower heads, all kinds of things like that. We also will be giving our residents to help.
And what if folks see that there's waste, you know, with water being like overing with sprinklers and things like that? Is there a place they can call, or what can they do if they notice that over and over in their neighborhoods? And
we do want them to report it. It's 667-6500 is the number. And that goes directly to the water department, to kind of a hotline, and we just go out and counsel the person who's using the water. In the beginning, we try to work with them. Maybe they have a leak. Maybe they don't know about something.
Yeah, many people don't even know if there's a sprinkler that's on or leaking or whatever. So it's good if somebody sees it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we go out. It's not a punitive thing. It's to try and help them learn how to conserve their water. That's what the whole motivation is.
Is there additional information for people if they do want to change over things like you're mentioning, the sprinklers, and if they want to change over their yard into so again, the website, could you mention that one more time?
The website, if you go to our website, thecityofventura.net, it will take you there and give you all the instructions. It will also show you a list of our classes. We have several classes. I think about once a month now we're doing a water-wise class.
Oh, good.
And it shows people how to do all different kinds of things. That might be planting a drought-resistant garden. It might be planting. It may be how to use gray water more efficiently. It's a lot of different ways to conserve water.
And those are all good things, because I think even doing it as a family, you can teach your kids that too.
Absolutely.
That's really important.
Absolutely.
So we're going to switch gears a little bit. I want to talk a little bit about how residents here can better serve the community. Are there things that you feel that people can be a part of and maybe belong to things here in the community more? If somebody's passionate about something or they'd like to see changes made, what would you suggest?
Well, we have a lot of opportunities, and
Sure.
we love getting citizens involved. It is really, really important.
Okay.
So there's all kinds of things. You could be on one of our city commissions or committees. Those commissions are official advisory groups to the city, a council on when we are making decisions on something in their area. For example, we just appointed a water commission. We'll be doing Park and Rec Commission. We have a planning commission, a design review commission, and public art commission, a cultural affairs commission. There's quite a few different commissions. There's a lot, and I'm only naming a few. So you can you can file an application online. You can indicate the commission you're interested in, and it stays active for 2 years. So the commissions are appointed twice a year, so that's one way. Then we have a lot of volunteer opportunities, such as cleaning up the beaches, going out and working with kids in our parks, maybe going to the senior center and working there. There's July 4th, every year we do, as you know, a big July 4th downtown.
Absolutely.
And there's all kinds of ways to volunteer for that. So I just recently started a Sister City committee. We now have a Sister City with Laredo, Mexico. And so that's just starting, and I really am looking for all kinds of people to get involved in that. And that will be an ongoing kind of committee where we, every year, will be doing all kinds of activities with our sister city. So there are a lot of ways, and again, we have those volunteer opportunities listed on our website. It's just a great source for information about the city.
You can go to the website and learn so much about what you're doing, what the city government is doing, and how you can get more involved, which I think people should be. If you're really passionate about an issue, get involved. Make the change. Make the change.
And you know, city council meetings are televised. On CABS TV, right? And we encourage people to watch. We also stream it live, so you can also do that on your computer. I do coffee with the mayor every month, once a month, somewhere in the communities.
Which is a great way for people to meet you, and you can hear some of their viewpoints too.
Yeah, I've learned a lot. It's great. It's really an opportunity for them to be able to talk to me about issues, ask questions, but we've learned a lot from doing it, so it's been beneficial for us.
I know that during your State of the City speech that you made recently, you mentioned the city's anniversary coming up. So I wanted to hear a little bit about that and some of the things you're going to be doing for that.
Another way for people to get involved.
Yes.
Good. Well, we are turning 150 years old next year.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it's quite a milestone. We're the oldest city in the county. So, in fact, we formed Ventura County, essentially, our city fathers. So we have a lot of history to celebrate the mission, etc., which of course is much older. So we are going to be planning a series of events starting in November of this year and going all the way through April, which April 2nd is actually the official date of our incorporation. So we want to lead up to the April 2nd with a lot of events, and then there'll be some following. Basically what we're asking to do is organizations and different community groups, maybe it's a neighborhood group, community council group, to have their own idea of the kind of thing they would like to do to celebrate the city. And they bring their ideas to a committee that has been formed to work on this. And then we're trying to put a master calendar together and kind of work with people to see how things can go together and how we can work together. So we have some really creative ideas. We have one community council in Midtown that's putting together, they're going to redo, well, not completely, but they're going to help to beautify a parking lot and in their city to make it more park-like in their part of the city. And we at the city will be doing a big, on April 2nd, we'll be having a big event for families, like an old-fashioned picnic kind of event downtown in one of our 2 parks downtown. Probably have a concert that evening, but a series of events will be going on that day. There's all kinds of things that we're hoping that other groups, and we know there's going to be a yacht race. We know the yacht club has already decided to do that. So I think, or that's probably a sail race, not a yacht race. Be nice. But I think there's going to be, and we want children to get involved through some art projects that we have going. So,
which is great, because that was my next question. Could more people get involved in all these things? We just don't, you know, we want everybody to be a part of that anniversary.
We do, because because it's our anniversary.
Right.
And we want to also feature the
Yeah.
families, the descendants of the original families. And
Okay.
many of them are still here,
Right.
which is so fantastic. So we're going to also do something with them. And of course, the museum and the mission will be very involved.
Yeah,
So,
that's great.
Yeah, so we do want
That's a
everyone
lot.
to be involved. It'll be a lot, and it'll be so much fun.
Right.
And we really have so much to celebrate. So we want everyone to join in.
In your job as mayor, you really have to make a lot of people happy here. Not only do you have residents here and businesses, but you've also got tourists coming.
Yes.
So it's literally a lot of people that are involved here in the city of Ventura.
Right.
So I'm sure there's so much more, that you would like to do. What are some of those things that you
Wow.
plan to do in the future? Are you really passionate about a few
I
things
am.
that you want to get done during your term?
I am, and I've been working on them, and I will continue to work on them on
Yes.
the council, even if I'm not mayor. But well, a couple things. Veterans. I have a real commitment to our veterans,
Okay.
and in a couple of different ways. I don't think we should see any homeless veterans, and I think we really haven't done enough. And so we have a veterans home, as you know, on the east side of
Yes.
Ventura. There's land, 10 acres right next to it. So I am trying with a group of, I have a committee, and we are trying to work with Calvet to build another facility there. Hopefully it would be something for homeless vets or vets who are near or in the danger of becoming homeless.
Okay.
It could also have another retirement component to it. So we're not sure exactly what, but it will be something veteran oriented, and I think we're going to go forward with that. So
that's something folks could get involved in too.
Oh,
I would imagine
absolutely.
that's something people would also be very
Right.
interested in participating
I
in.
would think so, yeah, so hopefully.
Yeah.
Seniors are another issue that I talked about in my first State of the City, that I feel like that's a group that we really need to make sure we're doing enough for. 27% of our population are seniors in the city of
Okay.
Ventura. That's higher than the state average. So we want to make sure that we're giving them the services that they need and deserve. And so we have, I formed a Ventura Council on Seniors, and they're now meeting actively at our adult center, used to be called the Senior Center on Ventura Avenue, which has been completely redone, and offering much more programming. We're trying to bring some programming to the east side. We're working right now on transportation issues, and we will continue to do that, and other issues. So that's another one. Economic development has been sort of my passion since I was elected, and we do have the economic development strategy now, 5-year strategy, which we developed over the last 2 years. We've just hired recently an economic development manager. So I think we're on track to continue to improve the economy of our city, making sure that we are helping retain our businesses, supporting the local businesses that we do have, helping them to expand, and then also looking for additional businesses to bring into the city.
Yeah, exactly. You would love to have more business come here, and it's a great place to be a part of.
Great,
so
great city,
why
the
not?
quality of life. It just makes sense for
Absolutely.
people to want to move their business here. So I'm going to be taking that on the road and really trying to reach out and do more with that economic development part of it.
So how can folks be, I know so many people are busy working here, raising families here, pursuing their own interests. How can people be more connected to city government? Can they really be more connected? And,
Oh, absolutely.
And, be a part of more things here?
Absolutely. We've gone through some of the volunteer opportunities.
Right.
Our city council meetings are open to anyone. We've done a couple of in the last year, we've done 2 off-site.
Okay.
I think it's our job as council members to reach out and go to as many community activities as we can, to be available to people to talk to them. People can email us, they can call, they can come in for an appointment. I think we're really a very accessible council, and that's very, very important. So we want people to take advantage. We recently did a citizen survey in the city, and we found that 93% of our residents feel this is a good or excellent place to live. So that means that we really are providing a quality of life, and we want to make sure we continue to do that. But everybody needs to help on that. We all have to work together to beautify our city, to make sure it's safe, clean, and provides the activities that we want it to.
And keep Ventura, the great place it is.
Absolutely.
Where you're doing a fantastic job.
Oh, thank you.
I want to thank you so much for joining us today, Mayor Cheryl Heitmann, and I'm so happy that you were on our show today.
Well,
thank
me
you
too.
very much, and I hope our viewers learn a lot from what you had to say today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And thank all of you for joining us today on Our Ventura. I'm your host, Sandra Siepak. I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.